Hey guys, Rick Shaw here again. I want to give you the update on the Piaggio 8. Okay, we just got her up and running again. Got the brakes done all the way around. We got the brake. This brake here on this side failed. Okay, and it just got all chewed up. It actually got in there. And that back plate that you see right there for the back of the brake holds the hydraulic actuator on. That got scraped into really bad, which then that assembly right there from the donut to the left, that's the axle bearing, that the cap had come loose, and it was bad. It just was bad. So what happened was we replaced that whole assembly. The guys came out here from Piaggio Green Hills. It was Darwin and Willie Boy. They came out the first day, and I told them when we saw some of the damage to that, I was like, oh, we just got to replace it. So they got that. So they fixed that. Then also in here, the oil pan, it had been leaking a little bit, just seeping. It wasn't dripping or anything. So we went ahead and just took care of that also. Then the other thing inside the bay, engine bay here, the little plunger that actuates the brake, or I mean the clutch, excuse me, it is made out of copper and it's about 3/8 of an inch long. It was down to the nub. It was wore out. So they went ahead and put a new one of that on. Also the cable for the shifter, it was stretched to its capacity. I had adjusted all the way out to get it to work. And so they just changed that. They left me some other cables. Oil's all done. Everything's done on it. I just got it cleaned up a little bit today. She's looking good. She's looking real good. It's been a great vehicle. So I gotta give those guys credit. These guys that came out. It took them a long time to get here, but they did a really good job. They did it in about 3 hours. Super fine young men. I was really pleased to have them here. And it's done. We took Dorothy back and forth to school today. We took it for a ride. I had the camera in there. I had a chest mount camera that I was trying out. Well, what happened was it was too low on my chest, so we weren't able to see out of the front very well. It was basically like down here, so that was no good. So then when I put it up on my head, which was here, then it was too high. So I got to find something that's going to put it in the middle here so you can see out of this better, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We're going to figure out some kind of mounting thing here so I can take you guys for a ride in this. I did, while I had it on I had my Rode mic. Now when the thing's running with just the camera mic, yeah, you hear the engine noise a lot. Well, when I had the Rode mic on, I had it clipped on the chest mount, and then I had it aimed at my mouth. It really helped out filtering out all the engine noise in this, so that was good. But the video was crappy. The little thing on my head fell down, so it was showing my crotch. So that video is not gonna. I'm not gonna publish any of that stuff. But I gotta find a good way to mount this thing. We'll get it figured out one of these days. But I'm so happy this is up and running. The shifter, it's shifting smooth as can be. The other cables didn't need to be replaced, but we got them all greased up. I have them though. I went ahead and I got the other cables so that if something happens, boom, I've got them in the cupboard. I've got an extra oil filter. I got a bunch of extra stuff that they brought. I got an inner tube for the tire. I got a bunch of extra stuff now that's sitting in there in case if something goes wrong. I don't gotta wait for parts, so, you know, because it took a long time. It actually started, I got a hold of Piaggio on the 7th of December is when I first sent them the messenger to Marky. That's the guy who came out once before. And I showed him, no, I think it's the bearing over here, the cap is loose, blah, 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 and it's making scraping sounds. And right after that, when the scraping sounds got louder, that was it. I just wasn't driving it no more. So it sat for a good while. And finally they came out. You know, and I told them, hey, you guys got to get out here and you got to fix this. They tried, management down there at Green Hills, they tried to pass it off to some guy in Tagaytay. They came out, said everything was wrong, what they were going to replace, what they were going to do. And then they passed it off to Tagaytay. They're calling me up, oh, we got to come out and see what's wrong with it. And I was really aggravated with the management down there. Now the guys who come out and do the work, super. you can't find a better couple of guys that came out here and took care of this vehicle for me. So, but got the parts. The whole job was like 120 bucks. You know? That's just ridiculous. The one part I looked at, the assembly, it's the lug nut, it's the holder onto the frame, a 4-bolt little deal. Then it's got the bearing inside there, and it connects all the way to the donut. That piece right there, if you'd have bought that in the United States, it would have been 200 bucks at least, maybe more. It was like 35 bucks. For this thing, and all the rest of the parts they put on, they replaced a lot of little O-rings and little minor niggly things. They went over the whole unit, and I'm just ecstatic that it's running really good, and that is fantastic. Howdy, how you doing today? All right, that's our fella. He drives. He has an owner Jeep. I really like it. I wish I'd see a for sale sign it one day. I'd buy it. But I'm really happy with that it's running again. As soon as I figure out a way to mount the camera so that you can see out and you're not down here or up here, I'm gonna do it. You know, if I squat my head down like this, I guess I could probably use the head mount. But I tried mounting the holder for the camera, the little screw hickey, upside down, and then I could turn this camera upside down because it's got a little button in there you can push, and it'll flip it around in case if the camera's upside down. So that would have put the camera right here, which would be perfect. It would be perfect. It'd be right here, but it wouldn't go on enough of an angle. It was like cocked up funny, so that didn't work. Now I'm dealing with all this Chinese garbage instead of Sony. Hey Sony, get with the program and let us people in the Philippines get your parts that we need to make this right. I'd like to have a helmet mount. I'd like to have all this stuff, and you just don't help us out here. You sell us the camera and that's it. Screw you. That's really wrong. Sorry I'm ranting, guys, but Sony, get with the frickin' program and do something and give us the accessories. Give us your accessories. I got to jerry rig everything I got to try to get something to work. And I don't like that. I just don't like that there's nowhere. I've been going for months looking for parts for this thing, Sony parts. You can't get them. They give you a couple of them in the box, but nothing, you know, why don't they have a camera that they sell that has all the accessories in it? I'd have bought it. I don't care what it costs. Give me the stuff I want. I'll pay you whatever the hell you want. Just give it to me, you know. But there's my rant on Sony. I hope Sony, you're watching this. You guys are really something here in the Philippines. It's like bend over. That's not my name. It's Rick Shaw, not bend over. All right. But this is it. This is our little buggy, and we're real happy it's running again. We were doing some laundry today. We got that. We got the old washing machine working really good. And one more glamour shot of my wonderful buggy. Look at this baby, all cleaned up. We had our car wash guy. He came in, he washed this all up really nice. He washed the car, so we put that away. I won't have to drive it so much. And guys, this is Rick Shaw out, okay?